Welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Yes, Grand Rising, everyone. It is 11:30 Georgia time. Grand Rising. Welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Yes, Arthur Oma. Yes, the home of Black Titanic. Yes, get your book today. And by the way, while I got the books up here, young lady, yes, I just mailed your book off. I hope you know who I'm talking to. I told you give me a few weeks and I mailed the book off. So I mailed that book off to you yesterday. And I want to thank you for ordering the books. Some of you, I told you guys that I don't mind. If you have money, fine. If you don't, I still will send the book. But everybody got this. Let me hide her face, cause the thug's passion. Women who love to date bad guys. Yeah, written by me, Arthur Oma. Listen, you guys, I have to keep bringing that book back out because we're talking about martell hoax. Yeah, the internet is on fire. They want to know, what do all these women see in Martell? Yes, I've been over there listening to all you ladies. Y'all talking about he must be packing something. He must be a great lover. You trying to understand, why do this man have all these women? Okay, let's take a look at Melnika now. We got to add Melnika. Yes, Melnika, the manager sleeping with her client, y'all. What kind of mess is this? Anyway, welcome. Put my glasses on. Yeah, we got to add Monica. Yes, Miss Monica Bow. She gonna double down on that. She said, yeah, so what if she is married? She still can sleep around. Yeah, she's supposed to be married, y'all. Martell trying to play it out. Yeah, you a whole married woman. That's Martell. You a whole married woman and they accusing you of me. We slept together when we were in high school. Yeah, like as if Martell out of all people to have talk about he got respect for marital vows. Martell, we know you will cross those boundaries when it comes to marital vows because you are the king of cheating. Yes, cheating. 7 long years. Yeah, with coleslaw. We got Monica. We got 7 long years. Yes, 7 long years with Monica, coleslaw, Melody, and y'all don't forget that girl. The other girl said that he paid her $4,000. Martell, wait a minute, y'all. Martell be paying these women. He told Doctor what's that doctor name, y'all? Dr. Francis, the psychiatrist, that'll make him feel good like a big man when he's spending money on women. Yeah, yeah. Melody making it and he's spinning it. So yeah. So let me just say hi to everybody. But first, let me put my disclaimer before I get to talking and forget y'all. Yeah. Put my disclaimer up. I don't own. Here you go. Don't own any rights to any songs. Everything is allegedly and on this channel, entertainment and educational purposes. Yeah. Grand Rising, everyone. Keita, Israel, Tanisha, Bradlow, Grand Rising, Linda Gamble, Grand Rising. Cheryl Holmes, Grand Rising. Linda Gamble again. She says she wants 2 books. Go to my email. I'll put them down in the description. Leave my email. I'll leave my email down in the description, y'all. D'Angela Smith. I would like to have both of your books. Yes. Yes, I got this one. I got this. And I got that. And I got my spiritual book called Angels in the Time of Trouble. Now that book, y'all, I can't keep that. I can't keep that book. I cannot keep a copy of that book. I got one copy left. But anyway, it seems like everybody liked that book the best, Angels in Time of Trouble. Anyway, it talks about I was having a lot of visions about what was going on in this world. So I just wrote down all my visions, y'all. Yeah, and put them in that book. Angels in Time of Trouble and Sexy Mama at 60. Hey, young lady. Hey. Let's get started, y'all. Now, today we on part 2 of the Brianna Taylor case. I'm taking you guys on a journey with me when I went down there to see about Brianna. I'm going to take y'all on some of my journeys with me today. So we going to sit back and relax. But on my way to checking on Brianna Taylor down there, along with Infax and Grandmaster J, y'all, we discovered the stuff that y'all, they didn't bring on the news. Yeah, y'all don't even know that the same time that they raided Brianna Taylor house, they had raided Elliott Street. Yeah, that's where they said that boy was at that they were looking for. They had picked him up 2 hours or a few hours before they went to Brianna Taylor house. But y'all got to stay tuned. Y'all gonna want to miss this. Y'all ain't gonna want to miss all this going behind the scene with Brianna Taylor. So that's what I'm bringing y'all today, the black folks version of it. Oh, yes. And of course, we're talking about the Second Amendment right. You can't talk about Brianna Taylor in any of these cases with Grandmaster Jay. He's the only one been arrested with the Brianna Taylor case so far, and then you got 2 others that y'all don't know about that was arrested. These are black guys that went down there to see about Brianna Taylor, put their life on their line. 3 of them are in jail. One of them going to prison. They are political prison, and we just act like we forget all about them. You got one of them called Ozone. His name is Otho Wallace. He was the security guard for Infact. He went down there to see about Brianna Taylor twice. Want to know what's taking y'all so long with this case, y'all? We need justice for Brianna, but Ozone is the one that went to prison. He's in prison too. So he's in prison. They claim that he killed an officer. So they were targeting all these black men that went down there with guns in Louisiana to see about Brianna. They've been targeting them and putting them in jail while the murderers were still free. So we're talking about the Second Amendment right. Do black men, particularly black families, have the right to bear arms? Is the Second Amendment meant for black people, or was it just meant for Europeans? Do black families have the right to bear arms? Okay, we're going to get started off with the trailer. I got to go to that trailer because this is what we're going to talk about, y'all. This is something. We're going to break this down. And today I got doing something a little different. I named you guys my co-hosts. You guys are not fans, y'all. My co-hosts. I don't like to call y'all fans. Arian call y'all fans. Y'all my co-hosts. So that's what y'all gonna be. Almost, or Black Titanic co-hosts. That's what you guys are. All right, let's move it on. Let's go to Facebook. We're gonna move on to start off with Melody now with the trailer, y'all. Yeah, come on now. What's on my mind? What you think on my mind? Oh Lord, who Facebook at this? It ain't none of mine. Okay, y'all. I'll be with y'all in a minute. I'm trying to get in my Facebook. So hopefully you guys are having a great morning and a great day. Hopefully everything is okay with you guys, right? Let me get started. I'm trying to get started with the darn thing if I can get it, if they'll let me in my Facebook. Oh, here it go. Now I guess I can get in now. We're gonna get started off with this trailer. Inside Madonna Beauty Shop, Black Titanic co-host. Here we go. Melnika and Martell. She could have told me Martell was messing around back then. She didn't mention that she went to lunch or something with your ex-wife. And she was telling her, you and Melnika have something going on currently. Also, at this moment, me and this friend, we're out together. So let's just see what they're saying about Melnika, y'all. This coming from Love and Marriage, Huntsville, straight no chaser. Melody is not perfect, but one thing she has done is expose a lot of lies. Now, did Martell and Melnika both say that their relationship has been platonic, only to find out now by their own admission she was a jump ball? Oh, they're all snakes. And you know what snakes do. They shed their skin to become bigger snakes. So let's see what Tamika is saying. Tamika said, Martell has always been a dirty dog. What man invites a woman he slept with to be in his as his wedding planner? I wonder if Monica lied to Mel because they're wedding and said that Martell was trying to get with her assistant when it was her all along, probably, Miss Deborah says. And have anyone noticed how he treats Sugar Mama? Just watch the interaction he have with her. I never see him taking pictures with her like Mel. I'm a mom, and I notice the little things like that. She's my baby. He shows so much love and attention. Okay, just strolling along. Yeah, so let's analyze that, you guys. Let's take a analyze that now. So Melody tells Kimmy got to be to where she's not trustworthy. So Melody is telling these secrets to Kimmy that, oh, look, I found out that my wedding planner had slept with Martell. Oh, yes. And isn't that a scumball? A scumball would do that. This man know he was sleeping with her or still was sleeping with Melnika and all them snakes in front of this woman's face. Melnika laughed. Melnika to me worse than coleslaw. Because at least coleslaw ain't sitting there in front of her face around her children and eating and drinking with her. You know, Melody know coleslaw is her enemy, and coleslaw ain't trying to hide it. But Melnika sitting up there in that woman's face. Oh, now to Melody hired her. Put money in her pocket now. I'm hiring you to be my wedding planner. I'm putting money in your pocket trying to feed you. And you what? Sleeping with my man. Yeah. Y'all got to keep in mind that Melody is the stranger in Huntsville. So here it is. Melody is not from Huntsville. She's living in Martell town. Martell was born and raised in Huntsville, and all his friends are raised in Huntsville. Now you got Destiny. Destiny back and forth from Huntsville to Detroit. She went to school and here in Huntsville, she say, but they went to different schools. So I don't get that relationship. Now that relationship is suspect also, you guys. So let's just keep going. Now we know what's going on. You got Melnika. Isn't that unethical to be sleeping with your clients? Isn't that unethical even to take a job? Say, I'm going to take a job like this to plan your wedding. On down to she wasn't happy planning that wedding because she couldn't wait to tell Melody that this man was cheating on her with her assistant. Now, many of us want to believe that that person was her. She did not want him to get married. I believe she wanted to be the one to marry Martell. So now you got coleslaw. You got who? You got coleslaw. You got Melody, the wife. You got Melnika. You got the other girl. Her name started with a D. Y'all know what? I wish I would have put her up because I got her picture. That's the girl said that she lived in D.C. and was dating Martell. I guess I'll put that up tomorrow. Yeah, she called Coleslaw and told Coleslaw that he had gave her $4,000. Oh, big time. Big time. Martell, big time with these women. He be paying these women. That's why they be hanging around shit. Oh, excuse me for cussing, y'all. I didn't turn on the monetization because this is about Brianna Taylor. This is about black people rights. And anytime we talk about our rights and the way the system has did us, they usually won't monetize us. So I didn't even bother to put them up. Okay, let's see what my co-hosts are saying. Okay, let's see. I went down in my vault and I got Rachel Kelly. Most of these people come out of my vault. It's called Black Titanic co-host. So my the people in the chat is my co-host. So Rachel Kelly is one of my co-hosts. She says, looking good, Black Titanic. I hope I look like you at your age. Thanks, babe. Vanessa Simpson commented, says, I don't like Destiny because first of all, her attitude, which most of the time brings negative energy. Second, because she runs to Martell to tell him everything she hears about Melody, right? Clam Guy commented, once again, Kimmy goes back and tell Destiny and Tisha male conversation with her. And once again, Destiny, with no storyline, goes back to Martell to talk about Mel. Yes, this is what my co-hosts are saying, and this is what we will be talking about today. And Black Titanic, don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Also, everything on this channel is allegedly and it's for entertainment and educational purposes. And if any music pop up, I don't own any copyrights to the songs. So yes, that's what we're talking about. All these women, y'all. All these women's on there. You got Kimmy, you got Tisha, you got all these women on this show with her, and all these women is against her, along with the men's. Now, I think Melody thought at least she had one friend on that show. She thought it was Kimmy. But she gonna have the opportunity to look back at some of these films and see how every time she tell Kimmy something, Kimmy goes behind her back and spread the gossip. That's what be going on. And let's get back on Mr. Gerald. Sam Gerald said, put that picture up. Good morning, BT. Oh yeah, the picture. It's down back in my vault, y'all. I'll put it up tomorrow. I gotta find it. I got a picture of that girl. Then I got the text too, where she and Coleslaw talking about her relationship with Martell, and Coleslaw, got upset with her. Well, at least Coleslaw said she was cute, though. That's something. Coleslaw had competition with this girl. So my co-hosts are saying, who are y'all? Saying that Kimmy is the bone carrier. Yes, Kimmy is the bone carrier. Let's see what this is. I'm through with that one, yeah. Mel was interviewed. Okay, let's get this out the way right here. This is Melody Cherie restraining order. She's in danger. But look, y'all, this is a domestic violence case. This man continuously get violent with this woman. And this, I'm showing y'all this to show y'all that he has not changed. From the time Melody first got, what was it, 2021 or 2020, when Melody got up and finally got on her social media and talked about how this man prevented her from getting all her furniture and stuff, and he got violent. Now, he claimed he changed in between that, y'all, but look what we seeing this week and last 2 weeks. He back to his old violent ways. Yeah, we found out that he doing the $17,000 with a 30-something. All they got from OWN. OWN don't pay them much, y'all. OWN paid them, was it $34,000, and he had to split it between Melody. That's how he ended up owing Melody the $17,000 that he didn't split. But OWN don't pay that much. OWN don't. Bravo pay a whole lot more than OWN, and so that may be why Martell trying to get on Bravo. Yeah, what did? Okay, let me go on and play this, y'all. Let me see. Ain't letting the parents aboard the Titanic because there was no lifeline for our ancestors. Again, hit that like button, share and subscribe, and don't forget our ancestors who died on the Titanic. Black Titanic. Nice. The nicest piece by me in the butt, which is we've been doing 2 weeks for the longest. However, I usually keep them 3 because when it's Martell Holt's time to get the kids, he always has an excuse why I can't get them. Well, I ain't gonna be able to get her. We come to social media with receipts on that. Now have you? Because guess what? I've been trying not to play into this. Hey, let's talk about why Mel doesn't have the kids right now. Martell would say because Mel has her own place that Martell is moving into. When I went to get my clothes today from the marital home, Mark me in our driveway for hours. Okay? Martell decided that he was going to take certain purses and certain furs of mine and lock up in his truck and say that I can't take them. So what was something that should have been easy and should have been just on some like, hey, I'm not bothering you, I just want myself, I'm out. It turned into something more because he wanted it to be something more because he's bitter as hell. So ladies, let me tell you this. I'm sure many of y'all have, if at some point in time, dealt with emotional abuse, mental abuse, and all of that. After that whole scene, I literally couldn't, and I recorded it, I literally couldn't get out of my driveway. I had a migraine out of this world and definitely set me back from what I was trying to do today, which was get my new home in order for me and my children. Real talk. But instead, I had to deal with hours of the foolishness. And furthermore, y'all don't see me coming to y'all, he does stuff like this all the time, but y'all don't see me coming to y'all running telling y'all about it because I'm keep coming for me and keep coming for me about my children. Straight up. Second of all, Martell wants to make it seem like, oh, I wanted a divorce every other day or every 2 days maybe. I'm not like to keep it real. Maybe every 2 days. He's asking me to be with him. He's asking me. So you heard it. She is in a domestic violent abuse case. Everyone, her safety is involved. Cry me a river of tears for the black woman. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the tears of the black woman, but if there were tears of a white woman, of a white man, it would be all over the national news. This lady got on social media and cried to the public. No tears for the black woman. No tears for the black woman. Nobody cares. No tears for the black woman. No tears for Melody. No tears for the black woman. The black woman tears come in all forms. It can be at the hands of police brutality where they have killed our children, innocent children in the middle of the street. That's a mother pain and tears. Or it can be from a death, from a spouse, an intimate power. But the black woman has no tears. Cry me a river of tears, and I'll show you a black woman just full of tears, but nobody cares. Nobody cares about the black woman tears. I did this. This is Kyle Rittenhouse, where his tears were splashed all over the news. He was a murderer, yet his white tears made the news. But when Wanda's son got killed, and she was crying in the courtroom about Ahmaud, the whole world ignored her. Nobody blessed the story of this black woman tears. Just like Melody. Nobody is blessed in Melody tears. In fact, they're blaming her. They're saying she's bitter. But in fact, this woman is in a domestic violence case. This woman told us that this man held her hostage, false imprisonment, when she needed to get back to her children. But we ignore all the signs that we see. Let's look at this black woman right here, Wanda. Let's see what happens to her trial. Now, right here, I want to know, the media was splashing all over Cal Rittenhouse tears, and he was the killer. But this mother is grieving and moaning for her son. No tears for the black woman. Cry me a river of tears for the white woman, or the white man, but no tears for the black woman. All right, let's watch it. Goes down, turns around, they stop the phone. They can't see anything. Taps his head, that phone is down in the well. Almost Brian continues to drive up and continues to drive back down. At one point in time, he almost turns up. Did you write it? It's already tried to do it 4 times. 4 with Michaels. Travis Scott was out of the car with his shotgun. And as Mr. Arbery runs toward him, he pulls up the shotgun and points it out. So Miss Vanessa is worried about her daughter. Love and marriage, Huntsville straight no chaser. This is taken from, and Vanessa says, a court-ordered visitation schedule is in place for a reason. She refused to film with him for a reason. The transfer of the kids at school is in place for a reason. Ladies, please stop putting yourself and wanting to put other women in toxic position. She already has to deal with not seeing her babies every day to only seeing them 7 days every other week due to the toxic situation that her ex created. Why would she allow even more of her time with her children to be taken away? You know, also worries about those children also around coleslaw. It's all floating all over the internet. Everybody know how she hate Melody. She have expressed it. She just called Melody a bitch recently when Melody was in Jamaica. So those children have no business being around that girl. That girl do not like the mama. Anybody don't like the mama ain't gonna treat the children right. That's right. That's right. Our worries about those children. Yeah, so Miss Vanessa explaining to y'all what happened. All right. She said that the court order was in place for a reason. All right. He had a court order to see these kids every other week, or I think it's 2 weeks he get them, and she get them 2 weeks or 1 week. But he never keep his end of the bargain, y'all. This good daddy that y'all see, when he finally get his kids, if it's just for 1 day or two, and he's supposed to keep them 2 weeks, he's on that internet showing y'all, trying to prove to y'all that he's a great dad. But anyhow, this is a domestic violence case, y'all. I'm just surprised nobody ever even mentioned that. This woman is right there on national TV. You know what? I just read to y'all day before yesterday where she was doing something on a set behind every man. They told me that I forgot what they said it was, but I think it was about interviewing famous children or famous stars or something. But it was called behind every man. But this man came and had to get the police call on him twice. It even got so bad till he put his paws on a female hairstylist. He hasn't changed, y'all. This man hasn't changed. He still got violent ways. And then, of course, he want us to believe like those 56 days that Melody kept those kids away from him for 56 days. It wasn't Melody. It was the court. The court told him he couldn't see his kids in 56 days until they clear up those abuse allegations where this little baby had been hit. God knows we'll never know what happened to little Tank because dad ain't gonna tell the truth. I heard that the coleslaw had came over there and she wasn't wanted and they got into it. Tank accidentally got hit in the head like that. Then, according to Martell, he was playing and he got hurt. But we'll never know the truth. I tend to think, coming from Martell camp, but according to the little boy and his mom, dad was the one that hit him. Now, we're not saying that dad can't discipline the baby, but it must have been awful bad if he came home, with knots on his head and bleeding or what have you. But Gloria Kimball said it's amazing how Mel keeps forging ahead with her head held up high. Hotel and all his friends plus coleslaw always dogging her. She's still about her money. That's right, Miss Gloria. Let's see what my co-host Linda Gamble is saying. If it was for Melody giving them a platform and putting food and money in their pockets and then they turned on her like a raving dog. Yes, so let's keep it going, y'all. So we're gonna connect the Ahmaud Arbery case and Brianna Taylor case is gonna be connected, okay? But I put her up there because we're talking about the Black woman tears. We're looking at Melody. We talk about everything except for it's a domestic violence case. This is what we're looking at, ladies. Yeah, domestic violence case. And then Melody did come out and say, why are you still on the payroll? Any other network would have been got rid of Martell. He violent towards women. He ain't just been fussing at them. He done put his hands on women's. Yes. They said, all these witnesses said that this man put his paws on the female not female hairstylist, y'all. Now, we're going to go ahead on, keep on going. Melody is being interviewed by Boss Up Magazine. And we also know that she had walked the New York fashion show, right? Y'all remember? Martell went up there for lust and to get laid when he went to New York. But Melody went up there for business, to make money for her family. See, that's the difference between him and her. It will always been like that. He have always been the one to play. She out there working. He playing and spending his money, giving women $4,000 and $5,000, buying cars and all that stuff. But you know what? Karma had hit him in his butt because he no longer had that money. And then one of them women that you gave that money to finna give it back to you or finna take care of your butt. That's why you got to look on the outside. You will tell Coleslaw that she a liability now. She a liability because she done took all your money. You done gave her all your money, and then she left you with another mouth to feed. Yeah. You could have used protection, not Melnika. Martell, you could have used protection. It's just amazing. You and Coleslaw both did not use protection. That is just amazing. She done had not one, not two. And then the third time she ended up having that baby. Y'all still done try to use protection. Let me keep going. We on Melody. Melody doing the about the new season. Go Melody. New season. I'm seeing things about sometimes I'll be trying to see if it'll go. Okay. But Wanda's past surfaces. Melody is to Stormy. What is happening on the new season? So I can speak for the things that I know that I was a part of filming live. I know that you guys will see me going straight into my mommy mode, which is say anything about my kids because I'm never gonna say anything about anybody else's kids. Mama bear. Once that whole thing happens, then you see, from the first half of the season, me saying, "Hey, sorry y'all, I'm not filming with Martell." Carlos has already talked about this previously too. Okay, I started filming with him right, and then there's this family trip, so you guys get to see that. When it comes to and of course y'all saw me month 7, bless you. Month 7th Avenue, the first part of the season, you'll get to see me working 7th Avenue this part of the season. In terms of what everyone else has filmed, I'm not sure, like how you just said, past resurfaces. I didn't know that was something on the show or film. So I'm gonna be sitting over here, girl, waiting to find out just like you. So Rex had a lot to say about not the ensemble cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville, but the family surrounding Love and Marriage Huntsville and how much of a role they played in the show. And one thing that came up was fans wanting Miss Wanda to be petitioned off the show. What were your thoughts on that? Because we can see it from the outside looking in, but you're there, you're filming. What do you think about family members really being a part of this cast as well? Yeah, I think that most people, sometimes, like you said, everybody gets tired. And I think most people were in a place where they were tired of seeing, when you have continued attacks, negativity, and then it goes on to children on more than one occasion. I think people overall, just their hearts, it didn't sit well with their hearts. It's like, this is not okay. Kids came a petition, I guess. And so, it's one of those things where you have to keep in mind, it doesn't matter what platform you're on, it doesn't matter, who you think you've become. You have to keep in mind that there's an audience and there are people who are supporters and fans who can like you today and hate you tomorrow. That's true. And you can never get to a place where you just feel like you're untouchable and you can do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say. You always have to keep in mind that the people with the biggest influence and the most say-so are the people who are the supporters watching your show. Yeah. So did y'all hear that? That interviewer said from Boston asked about Miss Wanda and and her family, how they had just took over the show. And she also made a reference that fans were so tired till they petitioned for Miss Warner to get off the show. So let's talk about that for a minute. The Scots, right? They put them on this show, and then next thing we knew, they were the main features of the show. Melody, we saw her every once in a while, and we barely saw Martell. So the last past season was them Scots, them hillbillies. They were making up stuff, and then I'm gonna tell you, they had got so bold till they started putting down Melody. They went on a tour dragging Melody. They had got to. I'm just saying, you took some hillbillies out of the country, and then you try to put them on TV. They weren't used to having anything. Melody was the one brought them up and lifted them up. They weren't used to having anything. Then they started turning their nose down at people when they started rising up. That was our problems with the Scots, looking down on Melody. Yeah, every interview they had, they looked down on Melody. And Tisha was just vicious, y'all. She still is vicious. It was past, it was like past hating. It was downright vicious, and it still is how Tisha feel about Melody. And do y'all know that I ran across one video where she had accused Marceau, what insinuated that Marceau had a crush on Melody. And besides that money that Melody didn't help them make, which was the 47 acres, Marceau always showed disinterest in Melody. He always had this lustful eye for Melody, and Tisha would see that. Miss Wanda saw it too. Miss Wanda even questioned him about that. So Tisha is envious and jealous over that. And then also, that money did not come through. They had counted on that 47 acres, the money, the millions they was going to get out of that. So, and then y'all, I learned while they forgave Martell went as far as texting Tisha and told Tisha that name people who Marceau was dating, y'all. Do y'all know that? Yeah, Melody said it, texted. Yeah, he named it. Yeah, he named who Marceau was dating, and she still forgave him. Now, Teacher's on this campaign with On Network. I don't know if they're going to keep her on the show, accusing Carlos of hiring women to say that they slept with her husband. Now, y'all know, if this girl act just like her mama. Lord, that's Wanda's daughter. Yeah, she's on this campaign, her and Wanda now, going around saying that, it is not true. But look, y'all, I was over there at Jeremy Speaks. Hey, Jeremy Speak, and Chief Dun. Chief Chef Dun. Yeah, those two young men, very intelligent young men too. Now, one of them, I think it was Chef Dun. Well, this lady supposed to have been Wanda's relative. She called in. She ain't say nothing new. Something we already know. This been up for a long time that Marceau had a baby with Tisha cousin. So all of a sudden, I guess I just felt like they plotted that lady there, because nobody been talking about the Scots, and they do know that that's how they've been riding the road with Marceau, with the bloggers saying that Marceau is cheating. They do know that that's one way that they can get their names back up there, but that's all I figure. I figured that the lady was a plot, that they put her in there to bring that old stuff back up about the cousin. Yeah. But one said that it was that she don't know that cousin, that lady that we pull up. But the lady all over her Instagram and Facebook page as a relative, the girl in question. So we got all these people backstabbing this woman. They been abusive to her. She is in a domestic violence situation with all of them, y'all. Not just Martell, but Martell had enlisted the whole all them people, the entire cast against her. Yeah, they what you call it, envious and jealousy over this woman. They trying to drag her down until she can't think. But it just backfired on them, you know. Melody's still about her business. She too fast for them. Okay, y'all. So that was what she was talking about. Do we want the Scots back on the show? No. The Scots don't bring nothing to the table. Destiny don't bring nothing to the table. That damn Destiny. Lord, I played her yesterday when Marcella speaks and another young lady from Giggle and Gags or what have you, them two bloggers was trying to talk to her. They were not rude to her, but she definitely was rude to them. While I'm at it, y'all, let me show y'all the inside of Destiny's store. Now that was in May. Y'all know I live in Huntsville back and forth, but I live in Georgia right now, but Huntsville, I still go down there. It ain't a 3-hour drive. And then if you catch the plane, it's 30 minutes. That's all. If I can't get on the plane, I'm in Huntsville in 30 minutes, okay? Linda Gamma said, I don't want to see the Scots, Destiny, or Wonder. They're not bringing nothing to the show. Nothing. How they whole line been dogging Melody. And of course, you know, Kimmy and what's his name? Kimmy and Maurice, they just faded away in the background. And what is the other name? Big Lou now. Big Lou now too. But at least I can say that girl did try to give a genuine storyline. Tiffany, when she went on the tour trying to find out who her parents was, she did try to get some, though she was boring. Okay, let's see now. Where are we? Okay, I want to do part two. That's about Melody. I just showed you. I don't know what the other one. Anyway, okay, so we don't want to see. Let me see if I can find inside this girl's stove for y'all. That's what I'm looking for. I didn't forget. Yeah, that was like in May. I went in there and I try to be nice, y'all. I try to be nice when I'm not trying to. Oh yeah, here go. This one I'm looking for, y'all. I'm not trying to knock they bag. So when I go into their stores, I do a nice shout out, you know, to Destiny or Black. But they put their own foot in their own mouth because they got nasty attitude. How I can go up there and tell my friends. Wait a minute, let me let y'all hear this. Once you've chosen to remove them out of your space, that speaks volumes to me here. If that energy wasn't there when you were around me, when you were in my home, if you were traveling with me, when we were together, that energy was there then. All the negativity you have to say after I've chosen to remove myself, then to me it's like a ball of trash. So I don't let it bother me mentally because I know who I am. I have people around me every day who are like, oh my gosh, you know, Mel, you are generous, you are kind, you are sweet, you are giving, you are loving. Like people see that, who've been around me for years. They see that today. So people who I've chosen to remove myself from, that have so much to say after I've removed myself, I don't care. Yeah. God bless them. God bless you. Can't let it bother you. No. Fair enough. So one thing I've noticed is that Love You Marriage Huntsville, what is the season 4, season 5 now? People are stressed about season 6. Like, it's season 4, girl, people are so enamored by this show. This has been a constant on home. This is constantly the number 1 show for Black women on Saturdays. Why do you think people are so enamored by Love and Marriage Huntsville? I think that people first really became connected to the show
because they felt like they could relate. They felt like it was authentic. They felt like they were seeing real. And on top of that, they also enjoyed outside of the messy piece, being able to see the business part of it. Yes. And so people became connected. They were able to relate to a lot of the stories and, the lives of the past. And they just, from out the gate, they just continued to fall more and more in love with the show as a whole. Yep. I'm seeing the comments. They're like, it's the realness of it. It's the realness. I understand that completely. I'd like to talk a little bit more about your skincare line, this 7th Avenue skincare. First of all, Mel, does that code FNS still work? No. FNF is no longer valid. Okay, so don't put FNF on your shopping cart, y'all. That's into the Glorilla song and Free as well. Yeah. But let me tell you, that was the biggest hit of the 24-hour. I ended up running it more than 24 hours, but in 24 hours, I had more sales in one day than I ever had since I launched it.
Yeah, so y'all see what's going on with Mel. Mel is saying that all this negative energy be around her. And even when she's not around them, they talking about her. That is what she said. They talking about her behind her back. She sees it all on TV. Then the Gamma said Melody and Carlos Kings need to recast the whole show with new couples or bring back Stormy and Kiki with their families and show us them working on their business. Yes, that's what we want to see, y'all. At least in Bell's Collective, another one of Carlos' show, they're about their business. They're showing the business part of it and included the drama. So right here, I don't believe none of them. They act like they get mad at Melody. Talking about they're not being highlighted like they should, but Melody is taking advantage of her platform, and so that's why she's selling out of her product. She takes advantage of her platform, and she network, and she don't have a nasty personality. How am I gonna order something for you and you got a nasty personality? I'm trying to find Destiny before I get it, so y'all can see inside her store. Yeah, I went inside. I'm gonna find it, y'all. I get through talking, I can find it. Yeah, this was in May. Then I went in there a few days ago. She was closed. I went behind Aunt Ann. Y'all know Aunt Ann went in there. And then a few days later, I went in there. The store still was closed, y'all. I'm trying to find the store if I can find it. What did I do with it, y'all? Oh, boy. I probably erased it. But anyway, I went inside her store. I think this is it. Let's see. That's yesterday. The store was closed. All right, y'all. I guess I didn't put it on there. I want to show y'all inside of her store, but I didn't. But so we all agree. We all agree that we don't want them Scots on there anymore. We don't need none of them on there anymore. None of them. Nobody but Melody, and recast the entire story. Y'all know I would like Kiki to see Kiki's story. Kiki. They didn't want Kiki on there. Hey, y'all, I started to erase this, but I gotta do this. Look at this, y'all. I just gotta do this for the lad. Look. I'm say this old lady too old to be making fun of this little young girl, but she just so arrogant, y'all. Everybody is ugly except for her. She talk about the old people. She talk about body shaming. Now we find out that Martell sleeping with the linebacker, aka Melnika, in the past. Let's just see Aryan twin, y'all. Y'all see that? She's so Aryan disrespected her elders by cursing them. She said that in Y'all, I couldn't help it. I know I shouldn't do that. They go, why that old lady doing that? I couldn't help it because Arian on there talking about how calling everybody else ugly and lying backwards and stuff like that. And then I finally saw her twin. They look like twins to me, y'all. Y'all saw that? Look like her twin, and she calling everybody ugly and making fun of them. I just thought I'd add that for laugh, y'all. Okay, so now y'all, let's get into let's get into the Brianna Taylor case, right? And this Brianna Taylor case is we're talking about the right to bear arms. So let me just define what it is. It says the right to bear arms. I wrote it down. It says it's the Second Amendment. It's a well-regulated militia state intended to have the right, all Americans have the right to bear arms without infringement, right? So, is that true? Do all America has the right to bear arms? Certainly not Black America because our results are different. We're even getting killed just to be suspect that I can have this spoon in my hand eating. Police come through the door and kill me, said I thought it was a gun. We do not have the same rights as white people do, as Europeans do. And it's stated in the Dred Scott case. Dred Scott was a slave, y'all, that took his owner to court. And inside Dred Scott versus Sanford, that was in the 18 something, I believe it was like 1850. When he went before George Sanford and he said that no way. Black people are considered 3/4 of a human being and they will never be respected or have the same rights in the justice system as a European. And that's what we see today. We have two justice systems, one black and one white. So I'm going to get into the Brianna Taylor case. We're going to start on Elliott Street. Y'all don't know nothing about Elliott Street, but y'all do know when they bust into Brianna Taylor house, they had went on Elliott Street. Elliott Street gonna tie into this, right? So I'm gonna tie this into it, and I'm gonna tie into when I went down there with Grandmaster J, y'all. So here we go on Elliott Street. I'm gonna show it to y'all. Elliott, come on Facebook. Let me put this up while I got it. Come on, hit that like button. Hit that like button, share and subscribe, and don't forget our ancestors who died on the Titanic, Black Titanic. Yeah, hit that like button, share and subscribe, y'all. Hit that like button. Share and subscribe, y'all. And don't forget to hit the Cash App button, and then you got the little stickers too, whichever one you want to do. But we're going to start off with Elliott Street. I'm going to show y'all this. This is Elliott Street. Has something to do with Brianna Taylor. This is what I discovered. This is the secret behind the scenes stuff that I discovered. Me and a lot of us that when we went down there to Louisiana, Kentucky to see about Brianna, this case was more than just a drug case. Let y'all see this. Elliott Street.
According to Louisville Metro Police, the operation on Elliott Avenue, which eventually led to Brianna Taylor's death, began back in December and was, in fact, the first investigation done by the newly formed Place-Based Investigations Unit.
I wasn't aware that we had such a unit.
Yeah, I've not spoken to a single colleague on Metro Council and you existed.
Questions swirl about the Louisville Metro Police Department's Place-Based Investigations Unit, 1 week after attorneys for Brianna Taylor's family filed a complaint claiming the PBI led the investigation that resulted in her death.
What exactly is their job? Who's in charge of it? What is their mission and how does that work? Who do they take directions from?
According to LMPD, the PBI has 4 dedicated officers and 1 sergeant who use crime statistics to determine areas where criminal activity has led to high rates of violent crime. After exploring the idea for over a year, the department included the unit in a reorganization memo that was made public in November of 2019. An LMPD spokesperson says the PBI was modeled after similar units within the Cincinnati and Las Vegas police departments.
In Cincinnati, they had the community was involved, the city, and the police department. This wasn't a secret operation.
Lanita Baker, who represents Taylor's family, says the investigation into Elliott Avenue doesn't meet the PBI's own criteria. The complaint she and her co-counsel filed last week alleges the investigation was motivated not by violent crime, but by the city's desire to redevelop the Russell neighborhood.
This isn't about investment in the West End. It's about the tactics being used, and those tactics are unacceptable.
Mayor Greg Fisher said he was dumbfounded by the accusation. Citing letters from the Attorney General's office and the FBI, Fisher maintains that he cannot release any information about the Taylor case.
We're wanting to know how closely linked is our police department with economic development.
Councilman Kevin Kramer says the Metro Council wants answers from LMPD and the mayor's office about who's pulling the strings when it comes to the PBI.
You would expect that police department then would make their decisions about where they needed to be and what they needed to do based on crime statistics, not based on the long-term economic development plans in a neighborhood.
Denny Camper, WLKY.
Okay, let me explain to y'all this now. Y'all don't know this. Behind the scenery now, they want this land, this property. So what they were doing was, let me turn this off, y'all. They want on Elliott Street. That's a street. They want that whole street now. And on that street, that it was said that her ex-boyfriend was a drug dealer, I believe, coming out of this house. He was selling drugs out of this house on Elliott Street. Also, the man that owned that house was holding up. He was fighting them in court because they had ran this special unit, the same unit that went in there and terrorized and killed Brianna Taylor. They were terrorizing all these people on that street and running them off the land. Now, y'all know they have always did that. The PBI, that was what they deputized these people, these white boys, these race soldiers. They were nothing, they found out later that all of them was white supremacists that they had deputized, right? They deputized them and they went in there and terrorized those people and ran those people off their land. They claimed that the reason they target Elliott Street was because of the high crime rate, right? But when nobody commit violence but them, the PBI, that special investigation unit that they had sent. Now I'm gonna read to y'all what it means, but let me finish showing y'all the video, then I can read to y'all what's going on with how did Brianna Taylor get tied up in this property. I don't know how they go all the way over there to Springfield. That's where she lived at, and killed that girl because it was 5 warrants. And these warrants was taken out on this street right here, Elliott Street. Now, they went in there and they were running all these people out of their homes, terrorizing them that night too. This all the same night, right? And they had Brianna Taylor on that docket too. That's how they end up after they got through terrorizing Elliott Street. They end up over there with Brianna Taylor because she was one of the warrants that they had on there too. Okay? So we keep it moving, y'all. It's going to come clear. Okay. Oh, y'all. Wait a minute, y'all. Here it go. I found it. Here go inside. I'm going to get back to this. Here go inside this girl's beauty shop.
And just like Aunt Ann said, the shop was closed. She tried to pretend like Aunt Ann was a liar. But I doubled down on it and went right on behind Aunt Ann.
This definitely shot. I'm going to just throw that in there right now.
I was not lying on her. the shop is always closed. But anyway, this one of the rare time it was open, and it was during the time that she was having problems with paying her employees. Let's see what she got on here. Okay. All right, see what she got on here. Virgin hair, y'all see all that? All right. Yeah, I'm finna go in here and let McDonald's run, y'all. Destiny on this place. Look like it's slow, man. Hello, everybody. I want you guys to all come out and support Madonna. I'm in Huntsville, Alabama, at Destiny Hair Store. It's nice in here, you guys. Y'all come on out. If you're ever in Huntsville, y'all come on out and support this sister. This is a black-owned business. We gotta support our people. Destiny not here, is she? No, she's coming a little later. And you want to be on my phone? Okay. You want to say something? Come and support us. We're open. Okay, y'all. That's for AA and so that you see behind her. Those shelves are barely packed with stuff. AA said it. She looked on those shelves. They barely had anything on there. Now look behind her. On that top shelf, ain't nothing on there, but. Yeah, it's barely anything in this store. Yeah, Ann was telling y'all the truth. Yeah, this black Titanic. Yeah. I'm here, and you ain't had a gray.
No, we don't have the gray. We just got white. So yeah,
I can do. What do you mean the white? I can like. Okay, let's look at them shells that Ann saw. Now look, y'all see that bottom shelf? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She got 7 pieces on the bottom shelf. She got them spread it out to make us look as if the shelf is full. At the top, there's nothing at the top of the shelf. I'm in the middle, y'all. Show me what you're talking about. Well, I'm here patronizing the business. While I'm here, I can say I did it. I don't even know. Girls are old school. I don't even know how to flip it around and get back to them.
it's the white guys. It's like a white and black. Like,
how much is that? This will be okay. And all you gotta do is mix it in with the hair. I just need 1 pack. Just give me 1 pack. What about? Yeah, that red is pretty too, but my hair not red. Okay, but as you can see, that shirt is cute too, y'all. She's selling these shirts. Madonna store and okay. I was with my sister. Go online and get your Madonna shirts. This is definitely not here, y'all, but this is.
I'll be in tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be gone tomorrow. But anyhow, I'll be back in. Destiny is not here, you guys, but this is Black Titanic. That shelf right there completely empty right there. Y'all come down and patronize. I don't know how to flip this thing back. This is Black Titanic. I'm at Destiny store in Huntsville, Alabama. Come on out, y'all. Y'all come on down and patronize.
Oh yeah, I was trying to find it earlier, y'all. Sorry for interrupting our little Brianna Taylor thing, but I just wanted y'all to see that, yeah. Y'all know I was telling the people to come on down and patronize her shop. She get right on social media and be nasty to people. People looking at that, they won't go to that shop. But anyway, the shop was closed. I'm going to get back to Elliott Street. I'm tired of talking about Destiny. So let me go on back to Elliott Street. So now we figured now some kind of way Brianna gonna got tied up in this economic property thing. Yeah. Her name got on the docket as one of the ones to get the warrant from, and that was selling drugs too, that were responsible for some of the drugs that was going out on Elliott Street. That's what they lied and said. So they put a warrant out on Brianna Taylor. All right, let's keep it going. Let me see if I can find it.
So this is
Ozone.
Yeah, we're talking about the second.
I got so much on here. Right.
The raid wasn't just a mess, according to people weighing in afterwards. That night, a SWAT team
team was across town executing a related search warrant. And they say they had no idea about the raid on Taylor's. So, that's not Springfield? Or Springfield?
Springfield is Brianna Taylor house. They discussing the
notification of something going on over Springfield is when the voice came over the radio and said, "We need help over here. We need officers that shit." We're going to take the Bearcat. We're going to go down. We got told they had an officer shot on Springfield. Where's Springfield at, Austin? As these chaotic situations unravel, like the episode of the first was a different agency than they're actually at. So it took a little bit to get there and actually ran back after the chain link fence. Here comes the fence. By the time SWAT officers arrived on scene, it was clear things had gone horribly wrong.
This is Vice News.
These are all the cops telling all different stories.
He said not earlier, he said she was shooting. She's down. He said she's down in there. We have, I'm like, Mel said she's dead, she's down, but we weren't rushing in there to check. We want everybody to say, right? That's our goals. We want us to get hurt, innocent people, even the bad guys. I mean, those guys die, those die. That's, as we debriefed and how we covered, it was just an egregious act. Lieutenant Dale Massey, the commanding SWAT officer on scene, found a loosely controlled group of officers and didn't exactly hide his disdain. That's how all patrol officers will check their rifles up because they're still literally just pointing, and they don't know what to point at, more or less. I mean, the target identification, there's nothing to point at because there's cards and everything, so just pointing guns, pointing guns. Everybody check out! Check out! Check out! Check out! Check out! I got it. I'll play it. Play it here. As I'm looking through the sliding glass window, our initial thought is, we're shooting out the window at police. My man was through the window. I know, at one point, they were pointing at the window, and our detective agents looked over and kind of made a motion like that, like tapped his chest almost to say, yeah, that was me type thing. Oh, watch out!
You're watching the case of Brianna Taylor.
Part of the flu, we're not around the scene. Let's go ahead and move out. LAPD's own protocol.
Yeah, so now you got this special unit, right? They ain't nothing but a mob. Do y'all remember back in the day how they would deputize those mobs? And they'll go like Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? Black Wall Street. They deputized the mobs and they went over there and burnt up and killed up all those black people in Tulsa, Oklahoma and ran them off their land. Same thing they did on Elliott Street, y'all. It ain't no different. Like they did Rosewood. They deputized all the mobs and they went in and ran those people, killed them up, ran them off their land, took their land, and then called them criminal. Rosewood, Tulsa, Birmingham bombing. We can name it. All the way down since we've been on here in this country. Some of us are native, but some of us are not. From the time we stepped our foot off that boat, yes, they've been terrorizing us. Yeah, deputizing mobs by the government. Yeah. Do we have the right to bear arms? Yeah, they take up arms against the Europeans who I'm talking about. They take up arms. Nothing is never did. They're deputized. They deputized them to go in there and kill Brianna Taylor. They deputized this group called the PBI. They deputized this group to go on Elliott Street, terrorize and kill all them people up on Elliott Street. Yeah. Let me read to y'all what it says it is. I'm going to go into my vault. All right, it says, we're talking about, do you have the right to bear arms? Breonna Taylor case on Elliott Street, y'all. What the hell? They did a special unit. Yeah, they deputized a special unit, y'all, for Elliott Street and for Brianna Taylor. I'm finna read it to y'all. It say Louisville, Kentucky. The investigation into suspected drug activity on Elliott Street in the Russellville neighborhood, which eventually led to the shooting death of Breonna Taylor, was the first investigation conducted by a specialized unit. Get this now, conducted by a specialized unit. Who was these people? Why was it so secretly? We later found out they were just white boys, inexperienced white boys with the background of white supremacists, that they specialized to go on this street. And they had a nerve to say that the reason that they put them on the street, on our street in our neighborhood, because we were violent. But the only people that was committing crimes and killing was them. Anyway, LMPD formed a place-based investigation. So they call them PBI. Yeah, they did it back there in the 18th century. Yeah, PBI, specialized unit. They won't do nothing but be mobs that go in and kill off our ancestors and ran us off our land. This is the same thing. So now the PBI unit in the late 2019 was used to address the violent crimes in the Black community. That's what they say they appointed them for, y'all. Nobody don't even know who these people is. Yeah, according to the department, we began searching the PBI. That's that special that mob. That's what I'm calling mobs. They began working, and they are dedicated officers. They said crime statistics for this concentrated areas are analyzed and put through a matrix. So they said that they had to sit them down there in the Black community because it was so much crime. One of the warrants, let's talk about these warrants now. The CID officer obtained 5 search warrants, right, related to the investigation, and executed 4 of them on the night of March the 12th. Now, y'all, we're in the middle of a pandemic now. And remember, I showed y'all Ahmaud Arbery. He right up there now. Now, I'm going between the 2 cities, Georgia, Kentucky, and Louisiana. These are the 3 states that's been murdering so many people during the pandemic. Yeah. So anyway, they had 5 warrants. One of the warrants was for Breonna Taylor apartment on Springfield Drive. I just played that to y'all. So the special unit, they went on over there to Springfield Drive. Yeah, that warrant, they served it. Officers forced entrance into Taylor home just before 1 a.m. and her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, fired a shot at police. He was doing what he's supposed to do, protect his home and his lady. That's what he was doing. Do Black people have the right to bear arms? Does the Second Amendment apply to us? It don't seem like it. It didn't. So let's just see what happened. So here he is. Kenneth got these people. He peeks out the window. They got on plain clothes, some of them, y'all. The first one that got there, that's busting through this window, they got on plain clothes. Kenneth don't know who the hell these people is. The neighbors don't know. The neighbors calling the police. Kenneth called the police. They released those 911 calls from Kenneth and the neighbors, and it shows that they did not know that they was the police at first. Yeah, so now It's still not clear to me how did Brianna Taylor name get to be on this warrant when they supposed to be doing property, y'all. They was out there on Elliott Street running all these black people out they land on Elliott Street, but they end up, for some reason, that fifth warrant, they had to go to Brianna Taylor house, y'all. So that's where they went. They were just following the orders. So let me keep going. Last week, Attorney Taylor's family filed an amended complaint alleging the Elliott Avenue investigation was not motivated by crime. It was not motivated by crime because they were the only one committing crime, y'all. Everybody knew that they were terrorizing those families because they wanted that property and running them off that property. Now y'all see that house that I showed y'all, that house that they said I think they said that Breonna Taylor boyfriend, the one they were looking for, was selling drugs out that house. They forced that man that owned that house that had been in his family since slavery days, he said. And of course, you don't have all that paperwork. You just got it where it just passed down from one family to another. That man, they gave that man $1 for his house. That's what he said. For all that property, they gave that man $1 for it. Yeah. Let me keep going. For years, the city has been buying and demolishing properties on that street to make room for new development, a part of Vision Russell's, according to the complaint. The attorney claimed that homes and people remained an obstacle. People that was on that street remain an obstacle to the development. So what they did was they ran them off. It's still not clear why they went to Brianna, but I guess because Brianna's boyfriend stayed in that house on Elliott Street, it led them to them. But it still was illegal, y'all, because one of the officers said that they knew that that man was not, the boyfriend was not in the house, the ex-boyfriend. I showed y'all where they had went on Elliott Street and raided Elliott Street and picked up the guy. So there was no reason for them to go to Breonna Taylor house, but they did. So this Breonna Taylor killing has something to do with property development. She just got caught up in it. And then once they realized that they were wrong, they made up a story. They went and said that they went to Breonna Taylor house, and what happened? Nothing. That initial report, they showed the initial report said that she was not harmed. Nobody got shot, no nothing. That was the initial report on Breonna Taylor. So now, y'all, Breonna Taylor's dead. And what's his name? Oh, what's the other guy's name? Ahmaud Arbery, them two. Now I'm messed up. I want to do something about it. So I jumps on the plane and go to Kentucky. Yeah. So let y'all follow me in Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky is where Breonna Taylor was. They had protests after protests for both of them. Ahmaud Arbery. Now, I'm going to tell y'all about Ahmaud Arbery. Well, Ahmaud Arbery, too, they did the same thing. Protest after protest. Nobody was not bringing no attention to that case. Now, when them 500 men out of INTAC went to Kentucky was when they brought attention to that case. Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Yeah, okay, now let's go. Let's go now. Come on, y'all go on a journey with me on my journey to Breonna Taylor case. I'm taking y'all on a journey with me. Yeah, this old lady was out. I was out doing an epidemic, y'all. That made me so mad how they did that little girl. Just a baby. And she reminded me of my daughter because my daughter is a paramedic also. And that's what Brianna was.
This is still the Brianna.
Okay, so let me see what I'm doing here. Brianna. We're still on the Breonna Taylor case. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to show y'all this picture again. This me. I'm on my tour now. That's Impact. I'm traveling with Impact, right? I am the black. I am the black newscaster. Yeah, because they're not gonna. They're not gonna. They're not gonna show. They're not gonna show it like it's supposed to be when it comes to black people because now they're calling. When I say, do black people have the right to the Second Amendment? No. Now, the Second Amendment initially was made for militias, right? So now that we have a black militia, they gonna change the game. What they call them? Call the black militias extremists. Call the black militia hate groups, y'all. Ain't killed nobody. Ain't did nothing but just trying to get justice for your people. But the black militia is considered a hate group. Okay. So let me just show y'all that on this day, I'm standing out here listening at Grandmaster J.
They had a message for the crowd and a conversation with local city leaders. Jesse Cohen shares their message. It was a long day as members of the NFAC started at Baxter Square, made their way down here to Jefferson Square Park, and then went back up towards 12th and Jefferson. We were there as they were gathering and getting ready for a long day, but then things changed. People ducking behind cars, medics running to help.
During one of our safety checks, one of our individuals accidentally fired their weapon.
We watched 2 people get taken away in an ambulance after getting shot. That's how the day started for the NFAC, who shortly after made their way downtown. And onto the steps of Metro Hall.
NFAC, not around.
There was much anticipated talk about other groups showing up.
We don't respond to threats. We didn't come here to fight anybody. Our mission has been said over and over again. We are here for the protection.
Crowds of protesters and the wild card command of the 3 percenters were the only others we saw.
We're here just to make sure that everybody remains calm, let the protesters do what they want, keep everybody safe.
And aside from the gunshot that went off earlier in the day, things did stay safe. Grandmaster Jay, the leader of the group, tells us this march was part 2 of their process. Part 1 was talking to Attorney General Daniel Cameron about justice for Brianna Taylor.
Or if you tell me something that's not going to satisfy what these people want, I'm going to bring my people in just to emphasize that we really want the truth. And that's what today was. It's not just the people of Louisville that you owe an explanation to. You owe an explanation to black people, period.
Now, he says if answers aren't provided in the next 4 weeks, they may come back to town.
Do I believe they can do it in 4 weeks when it normally takes 8 weeks? Well, let's just say I wouldn't want to be in their shoes if I didn't. Let's walk. The NFAC is not going anywhere. It's going to get bigger.
Grandmaster Jay tells us that they are looking at that 4-week timeline. And if answers aren't provided within the next 4 weeks, there is a chance that they'll be back in Louisville. For the night team, I'm Jesse Cohen. Jesse, thank you. Well, Attorney General Daniel Cameron's office is responding tonight after NFAC leader Grandmaster Jay told a group of protesters Cameron's office would have Brianna Taylor's investigation finished in 4 weeks. Jay talked with Cameron along with Metro Council President David James about this issue. Well, Communications Director for Cameron, Elizabeth Kuhn, says that the conversation between Grandmaster Jay and David James and the Attorney General was productive, but he did not comment on any specifics related to the timeline of this investigation. We also reached out to David James, who also denies any timeline was ever given.
Yeah, so Grandmaster Jay. Now they was listening to Grandmaster Jay spoke to the Attorney General, which was Mr. Daniel Cameron. He was not interested in getting justice for Brianna, and he didn't. He went in front of the grand jury and just gave a lopsided story of Brianna being a drug dealer, and that's why they were there. Okay, let's keep it going, y'all. So we see now we down in so now I'm down there with them. I'm actually standing in that crowd while she's talking that. I'm standing in the crowd, so I'm just going to keep stuff going. I don't know what's going on right here. Let's see what this one is. ABC News again.
Fallout from that Brianna Taylor decision. New protests across the country overnight, and dozens arrested after another night of unrest in Taylor's hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. Alex Perez is there on the ground for us where the nighttime curfew just ended. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Michael. This city is still very much on high alert. Things were relatively peaceful until nightfall when we saw more clashes with police demanding justice for Brianna. Overnight, peaceful crowds marching through the streets in major cities across the country. Yet, acts of violence ensuing in Los Angeles, 2 incidents involving vehicles. Watch this truck slam into a protester. Witnesses nearby attacking the driver before they speed away. And the news chopper capturing a dramatic chase after this white car drove through a group of people. A truck quickly pursuing the car and cutting it off, the situation escalating.
This is getting ugly really, really quick. Now you have protesters beating up that driver.
Police later find.
So y'all saw that side. We was on the other side. We were not with the Black Lives Matter protester because they they like to sing and dance, and I don't think it's appropriate to be singing and dancing. They be dancing, y'all. They get in them little groups, get to dancing and hollering no justice, no peace, and then they get police come over and beat them up. So I was with Grandmaster J group because they more reminded me of my group that I traveled with back in the day, Malcolm X group. So let me just finish showing y'all stuff. Yeah, so now we talking about the Brianna Taylor case, and we're trying to bring attention on the Brianna Taylor case, y'all. Let me see, where am I at? Where is everything? Yeah. Okay. This me, y'all.
This is publishing company. I'm out here with Grandmaster J at the formation. I'm out here at the formation with Grandmaster J. As you can see, this is Grandmaster J. He's back. This is from the publishing company out here with Grandmaster J.
Yeah, so do y'all see all them black men with guns, right? So no, they had to do something about that. They cannot have these black men. Now that was in Louisiana, y'all. The other one was in Brianna Taylor was the first one I showed you, where Grandmaster J was sitting on the steps. And when we were in Kentucky, and then this last one was we were in Louisiana. Now Louisiana, man, they just having back during the pandemic of police brutality, but it was not without the thing, y'all.
We're still talking about the right to bear arms.
We're talking about the right to bear arms now.
Self-defense, but anyway, this is, y'all remember the invasion of the state capitol? These Trump supporters, they took up whatever they can to bear arms. Let's just take this, and nothing was happening to them. Now, keep in mind now, so far in the Brianna Taylor case, there's been 3 people. There's been Grandmaster J, there have been Ozone, there have been Kento Thomas, all of them connected with the Brianna Taylor case, and now they are in jail. Okay, now let's just see these white people, 2 Americas, y'all. Check this out.
We're going to the Capitol. We're going to try and give them the kind of pride.
While I'm thinking about it, Grandmaster J, real name is John Deseret Johnson. He ran for president on an independent ticket against Trump.
Excuse me, y'all. Let me plug this up and say I got low batteries. But y'all remember this, don't y'all? Y'all remember that? I gotta plug this up. I'm sorry, y'all. Low battery. Y'all remember that? To America. Y'all remember when they went up there and took arms on the state capitol? Pat them on their back. None of them people are in jail right now, but yet they got 3 of INFACT's members in prison that went on that Brianna Taylor case, y'all. Hold on, let me get this right. Yeah. Okay, I didn't realize I was so low. I'm getting ready to get cut off, y'all. Okay. Let me get back to where I was at. I'm going showing y'all 2 Americas. One America, like white America, they don't have problems when they're carrying arms. Now, all those people, all those black men that went down there with Breonna Taylor case, and with INFACT been targeted. We got 3 of them. I call them political prisoners. Y'all don't even know about them. Political prisoner that they holding because they went into the Breonna Taylor case. They make us stuff, and all of them was gun charges. Grandmaster Jay got a gun charge. I mean, they said that he pointed his gun. That was right after the last time we went to Kentucky. They say he pointed his gun towards a building, and on top of the building was some officers. So they got him on a gun charge. They got Dante. I'm going to show y'all him. They got him on a gun charge. He in prison in Florida. And then they got the other security guard of INFACT. They got him in prison for the claim he killed the cop. So all these people, all these 3 men that were related to the Breonna Taylor case, they got them locked up. And you got the murderers still running around here free. Now, let me get back to where I was at. To America. Look at these people now.
The siege led to widespread vandalism. More than 50 police officers were injured and 5 people died. The Washington Post examined hundreds of videos, analyzed publicly available maps of the Capitol complex, gathered hours of police radio, interviewed dozens of witnesses, including members of Congress.
You know, when the plane's going down or the building's on fire, was this that calm?
And reviewed official communications to reconstruct how the pandemonium unfolded and retrace the peril that lawmakers faced. In the crucial first hour of the attack, the mob stormed through the Capitol, at times coming within feet of lawmakers or Vice President Pence. The Post used a facial recognition algorithm.
Yeah, to America. Y'all know ain't nothing happened to them people. If it did, they patted them on the back. That was when they thought that Trump they had did Trump wrong. They thought they had did Trump wrong, so they were exercising their rights, right? Had it been a bunch of black people, we wouldn't even got to the steps. But yeah, to America, do black people have the right to bear arms? Let's see. Let me show you.
Second Amendment right. Look how they treat these men right after the murder. Shooting with a shotgun now. A shotgun. Said that the autopsy said that it entered the lungs and the chest.
This Ahmaud Arbery.
Honestly, if I could have got shot at night, I shot myself. The elderly Michael Gregory has blood on his hands. You have a dead body there, Ahmaud Arbery, and of course you have Travis McMichael covered in blood. He's the one who engaged in the actual shooting, and the police call it in, and there's no arrest made whatsoever until months later, as we now know, based upon public outrage and the release of the tape showing exactly what happened, and the public being just mystified as to how it could happen in the manner in which it did. The reaction is one of shock.
So we're talking about the Second Amendment right. This white man, just to murder Ahmaud Arbery and go home. They tell him go home and change clothes. Is the Second Amendment right for all America? No, it's not. As we can see, check them out.
What we want to do is
Oh yeah, well I'm thinking about it. I brought this to your attention, this neighborhood, because It's not going to be Grandmaster Jay and a group called Panzer was the first one to go to these people home with guns. They were ready to do something to these people because the cop would not arrest them, the McMichaels. So, human being on the stand, it's video, and that is going to be evidence. Yes. What we know about at this point, we know body cam of the officers. We know that Roddy Bryan, one of the defendants, actually shot the footage of the chase and the altercation, the violent interaction between Travis and Vermont. When I first saw William Bryan's cell phone video, I honestly thought I was seeing a lynching. I saw a man running for his life, being chased by men with guns in a pickup truck, and then killed. It was absolutely shocking. And you have to wonder if that video had never come to light, whether or not we would really be seeing homicide charges right now.
Remember, the officers came on the scene after the incident occurred. We have blood on the McMichaels. We have a dead body, which is Ahmaud Arbery. Now what we want to do is we want to piece together the chronology as to when it happened and why it happened. You know where you go?
Okay, so let's look. We just went over the Kente Thomas. Here it is. They accuse a black man of just having a gun somewhere on him, and they put him in prison. And look at these white men have murdered Ahmaud. They get to go home and change clothes. To Americans is the Second Amendment for everyone, the right to bear arms.
I saw that man show him across that thing. Negative. It's gonna be a black.
Look at that blood.
Roadway. Looks like about mid-20s. 136. Go ahead and start this way, please.
We see all three suspects on the body cam. McMichael states in the body cam footage that Arbery was seen going into this house multiple times. And if he saw it happen, he would have shot him himself. A female police officer told Travis they're going to let them go home and change so that he can get cleaned up. Travis
Okay, y'all hear that?
Yeah, y'all hear that? You hear that, don't you? You hear that, don't y'all? He said, we're talking about exercising your Second Amendment right. Now, when Brianna Taylor boyfriend fired that shot at the cops, he didn't have no rights. He had no rights. They put that boy in jail. If it wasn't for the outcry of the public, he would have been in prison. And then while he was in there, they was trying to get him and the other, the ex, to try to testify that Brianna was a drug lord. Yeah, and they'll drop the case on her, but neither one of them would do it. But we're talking about, when was America great? Yeah, Trump said, and Trump, all them supporters up there, Trump, they took up arms. They bared arms. They went up there, 5 people ended up getting killed. They got a pat on their back. Brianna Taylor boyfriend, he was black, trying to defend his home, but they don't see it like that. You don't have no business with that. You shooting at a police officer. Do black people have the right to bear arms? All right, let's keep it rolling. They don't have no right to bear arms, y'all. Y'all saw them white men. They had just killed Ahmaud Arbery. Blood still all on them. They had a shotgun in their hands when the cops pulled up, and the cops was comforting them. They did not see them as a threat with a gun. Who did they see was a threat? Ahmaud Arbery. They took face value as to what that man that had just murdered Ahmaud Arbery still had all the blood on him. Everything he say, they took face value. Let me tell y'all something. When y'all saw that tape, the man that had just killed Ahmaud Arbery, well, Ahmaud Arbery was still alive, y'all. they were confident the murderer. But Ahmaud Arbery was laying down there on that ground, the victim. Do black people have the rights, the same rights? And then they had the nerve to say, well, he got shot because we chased him. We chased him down with the truck and the rifle. But the reason he got shot was because he was grabbing at the gun. Now, how you gonna put a gun in my face and I'm just supposed to stand up there and let you shoot me? But anyway, they're talking about the Second Amendment has never applied to us, y'all. They disarmed us back in the day. We were not allowed to carry guns. And still today they act like it. They got laws saying that, we can carry guns, but when they catch us with a gun, oftentimes we're going to get a fine. So let me go. Now, I was going to say, I'm going to do Kente. Let me here's why 6 News usually entire video. Okay, this is Ozone. Okay, this is gonna be Ozone. This is the guy that they got in prison right now. He was the head security of in fact, and he was detrimental too, also with getting Brianna Taylor case to the public. Y'all don't know about all that stuff in the background because the media won't say it, but these black men with guns is the one that forced Brianna Taylor case. Okay, let's just see which one this is.
Leaders. Now, this is Ozone.
This Ozone right here.
One of the security guards. And Ozone, out of all of them, was so passionate about helping his people. He's right now a political prisoner right now. They accuse him of killing a cop. This is Brianna Taylor, y'all. So I'm somewhere in the crowd over there, y'all. But I hired someone to help me out. So she was just out taking pictures. Here it comes. That's Ozone, y'all. And right now we're trying to raise money for his bail money for a lawyer fee because he's been accused of killing a cop. Nobody knows what happened in that case, but that's what he's been accused of. Reno. I think the cop name is Reno. But you guys feel free to, if you like to donate to this man's defense, it would be nice. These are your freedom fighters that you never hear about that's out there in the street. He's been fighting for Brianna Taylor. Martell Arbery. Back and forth all over the United States, he travels to fight for the right of black people, mainly police brutality.
Yeah, so I'm finna show y'all. I'm finna show him to y'all now. Now he was targeted, y'all. Yeah, this boy, we're still talking about your Second Amendment right. Now, Ozone was targeted. The FBI was watching all the ones that was like the security for Impact. So they were watching him. He was in his car one night. It was his daughter's birthday. He said he was baking a cake and went outside to smoke a cigarette. And here come racial profiling. Here come the cops. So I'm finna show it to y'all. I got to show it to y'all. Where is he at? But anyway, the cop ended up dead, and they charged him with murder. I'm trying to find that video where they charged him with the cop video, man. Lay down here. I'll be passing that stuff, y'all. I put so much on my Facebook that I need to get organized, y'all. Yeah, I'm trying to get him. Let me see. Who is this? Inside Madonna. And the way y'all talk to each other. Here we go. Here we go, y'all.
Within hours of the shooting, Daytona police released to the media and the public this body cam video, which included the moment Officer Rayner was shot last night. Now, we chose not to air the entire clip, which showed the seconds that the officer was shot. But today, after careful consideration and deep discussion in our newsroom and with law enforcement around the community, we have decided it is important to show you in its entirety. Yeah, so in our new digital show, Solutionaries, investigator Lewis Bolden has been focusing on the relationship between law enforcement and the community. He joins us now to walk us through the seconds that changed this officer's life and why it's so important to understand the risk our law enforcement officers face every single day. Lewis. Our newsroom has been focusing on policing for the past year and intensely for the last 4 months on Solutionaries. Every time there is an incident with an officer and a suspect, we analyze it thoroughly before making the decision to air it. Tonight, Trooper Steve Montiero and I want to show you what this officer was up against, and I have to warn you, this is difficult to watch. As police continue searching for Othel Wallace, who they say shot a 26-year-old Daytona Beach police officer, Daytona Beach police quickly released the officer's body camera footage.
Video is tragic. You know, it shows something that we don't see really much ever.
News 6 initially stopped the video just before the officer is shot, but we strive for transparency, so it sparked a discussion in our newsroom.
Do you believe the public should see that video in its entirety? Yes. Why? Over the past year, we have seen so many law enforcement encounters that have kind of motivated for reform, and those videos were graphic. And this is the stuff that as a cop, you fear. And I think showing something like this to the community can create a mutual respect.
Whenever there is video like this, my concern is always the family of the officers, the family seeing this video over and over again.
I know that my family, if this was me, would want that out there.
Trooper Steve believes the video gives the public an up-close look at what officers are up against every day. I watched the video in its entirety for the first time with him.
Do you live here? He's asking him normal questions.
The entire exchange between Officer Jason Rayner and Othel Wallace is 29 seconds. We decided to show the video in its entirety to show you just how fast it happened. First, there's a verbal exchange.
Sit down. Why are you asking me do I live here? Do you live here? Yes or no?
Then there appears to be a scuffle, and in the middle of it, you barely hear the gunshot. Why do you think it's important for the public to see it?
I think there is a perspective that we don't see. We see a third.
So y'all don't see that boy. That boy, y'all, they don't show nothing. They say that he shot this officer. You didn't see nothing. But they ran this boy name all in mud. His name is Othel Wallace. He's a political prisoner stemming out of that Brianna Taylor case. Anybody out that case, they taking him down. Everybody, all the black guys, they going to jail. Yeah, he in prison right now. And then let me show you the third person out of Brianna Taylor case. And y'all, they don't have to show y'all these things. These are political prisoners, I call them, because they be out there in the hood working for us. And then when something happened, we just abandoned them. Now, his name is Othel Wallace, or Ozone. Y'all need to keep up with this case. And you guys, I've been trying to get, donation for him for his legal fees, y'all. So far, we done raised about $50,000. He need over $100,000 for his case. But yeah, political prisoner, the Brianna Taylor case. Yeah, he been targeted because of that. Well, anyway, I don't know his site, but y'all can look him up. Othel Wallace. That's his name. Let me see what else I got.
Yeah, we're still talking about.
So I just want to say this. Now, when all those people broke into the state capitol, they called them protesters, right? Then they call them patriotic. But they called our black militias or the Black Panthers, whoever y'all want to call them, they called them hate groups and black extremists. And they haven't killed nobody. Yeah, I don't know how they end up being a hate group. Yes, do the Second Amendment. Do the Second Amendment, right? Belongs to us. It don't say. So this is Kente. This is the third one. This is the third one, y'all, in the Brianna Taylor case that they put in jail on a firearm charge, y'all. Let me play this for y'all. Yeah.
News 6 investigator Eric Sandoval is live in the newsroom with what he's found out about this man, Eric.
Yeah, Matt and Lisa, Daytona Beach police say they made this arrest yesterday, and this man is in the Volusia County Jail right now. Let's show you his picture. This is 31-year-old Kente Thomas. Police say he's also known as Mighty Spite, and they say he also has ties to two black militia groups, the same ones that Othal Wallace is connected to. In fact, on the day Othal Wallace was arrested in Georgia for the shooting of Daytona Beach police officer Jason Rayner last month, they say they also got an anonymous call that Thomas had posted to social media that he was coming to Daytona Beach to cause hell with the police department there. They say his social media post showed that he arrived in Daytona Beach on the 4th of July. They say he was armed with an assault weapon and guns. They say he was spotted on International Speedway Boulevard with what appeared to be a gun in his waistband. After more social media posts showing him in Daytona Beach with weapons, threatening to use them against officers if they kicked in his door, they said they had enough information to make that arrest. They arrested him yesterday afternoon. He faces 2 charges of carrying a concealed firearm. He is being held without bond right now. We have reached out to the 2 militia groups for any comment, and we are still waiting for a response from them. For now, we are live in the newsroom. Eric Sandoval getting results.
Yeah, that's Kente Thomas, y'all. And I travel with them guys when we be on our tour. But anyway, really, Carmel Real. Hey, girl. Y'all know Carmel Real. Y'all better check her out. She over there dragging the Scots, y'all. She's dragging the hell out of the Scots over there. So y'all need to go over there and check her out. Carmel Real. But anyway, y'all, this is still the Brianna Taylor case. Y'all didn't know about all that in the background. Now them 3 men they got on gun charges related to the Brianna Taylor case, and she still ain't got no justice for her murderer. We're talking about the Second Amendment rights. This guy ain't got no bond. Dante, yeah, I call him Spike. That's his nickname. He got little kids at home, and so does Ozone. Both of them got babies at home. And then you got Grandmaster J. All 3 of them stem out of the Brianna Taylor case, and they were target coming out of that group, and they got them all on gun charges. Now, y'all see the 2 America. I showed y'all the McMichaels when they had just killed Ahmaud Arbery. Took a shotgun now and shot this boy. When the police come, they still got the shotgun in the head. He's still laying on the ground breathing. They got blood all over them. What they tell them to do? Go home and change clothes. Now, we got the black people we're talking about Ozone and Spike and Grandmaster J sitting in jail right now, ain't killed nobody. How you gonna be in jail without a bond for a gun? He was from Arizona, and this is Dante now. Dante was from Arizona, the one with the dreadlocks. He had went down there. They had arrested Ozone, the other guy, and he went down to check on his homeboy, and they put him in jail because they said he had a rifle on it, but he had a permit, all right? His permit was for Arizona. So they found some kind of little clause to arrest him, saying that he came down there. The media said he came down there to cause hell on the police department. That's how they reported for this little boy. Little young boy. They just lied. But anyway, let me take it out with this, y'all. We got to continue on fighting for our rights. Y'all know that. It was no different that was 1940 when they deputized that mob to go in there with Black Wall Street, kill up everybody and take their land. This was 2020 or 2021 when they deputized the PBI to go on Elliott Street to take all that land from them black people and go in there and murder Brianna Taylor. They still deputizing. They deputizing these mobs. Yeah, they don't have no experience. They just go pick people and deputize, and then they might call them a militia. But they calling this one a special unit. And then they got the nerve to say they put the special unit together for high crimes area, such as this black neighborhood Elliott. And the only people was committing crime was they boys. Yeah, that's it. So let me see what you guys are saying. Linda Gamble, I follow Melody and Miss Van. I had a great talk, and Miss Van, Melody, and her mother blessed and highly favored. Yes, getting back on. Yeah, Miss Van been a very, very, very great support. Let me play this one thing before I forget it. I don't know why Facebook something else, y'all. This little quote, this little quote right here. They got a cover talking about some. I'm gonna show y'all this. I can show y'all better than the thing. Yeah, that's Dante. That's right here. That's the one they holding without bond on a gun charge. He in Florida, but he had a permit for the state of Arizona to carry that gun, y'all. That just something else. All right. Oh yeah, Black Girl Magic. I want to show this young lady for winning this state championship right here. Black magic, Black Girl Magic. That's that melanin. Why she soared through those nets like an eagle. Wow. Black magic. Black Girl Magic. That little young girl was getting down. I don't know her. I know Gabby Douglas, but I don't know her. Her name is Shalise Jones, y'all. Yeah, she the upcoming star, man. She can take Gabby Douglas' place. Yeah, Black Girl Magic. Let me keep going. Yeah, I'm finna get ready to close it on out, y'all. Now look at this, y'all. I just want to show y'all this. Look at this. Y'all see that black screen? But let me show y'all. That's Facebook. Let me show y'all what it is. I'm going to show y'all what this is.
Listen. We gotta save us. We wait on people to save us that never been moving in man. Oh, man. How you gonna save me and you ain't never been black? How you gonna save me and you ain't never been on any side of the gun? How you gonna save me? I'm gonna save you, my brother. I believe that. Listen. It is time for us to wake up. Not now, listen. I've been speaking on unity for the last 15 years. I've been speaking on unity for the last 15 years. I'm right now.
Yes, unity. That was in Louisiana. That was the Joseph Pellerin case, y'all. That was in Louisiana during the pandemic, y'all. They had Joseph Pellerin and other cases too there. But one that took my mind, they had the police drugged this black man, chained him up against the car and drugged him, y'all. Killed him. That is the most humiliating and worst death you could ever endure. Ew. And then when they took him to the emergency room, said that he was in a car wreck. But when you saw the car ain't hardly had no dents on it. Yeah. That case right there, and the mom was there, and that's what the guy was talking about. We got to save ourselves. We got to do this for ourselves. Ain't nobody going to step in and save us, y'all. You can turn the other cheek and pray all you want to. Ain't nobody finna come out and save us. No, you got to do it yourself is what he's saying. And the way to that is uniting and becoming one. We got to be on one accord. But let me I got to play this and then I'm going to go, y'all. But what happened while we were standing up there, y'all, some white supremacists came over and started terrorizing it. And they was in the wrong crowd because this was not no Martin Luther King crowd when they came over there. Yeah. It was like 6 of them. They had been deputized. They had on their little camouflage suits and their little guns. They come walking over there in that crowd, y'all. They saw Impact coming down the street and they left. But it was just not the type of crowd that would turn the other cheek because they got the running. Yeah, they got the running. I think that's it, y'all. I was trying to show y'all that man, the man that was drunk is who I enjoy, y'all. Y'all enjoy him. But anyway, y'all, we can't just sit behind the computers. We can't always. Let me see. I'm looking for some, y'all, to see if I've missed anything. What is this, Grandmaster J?
Y'all hear that? And Armand Arbery is still alive right now. He lived right.
I don't know why I got this for. Oh, this still by Kente Thomas. I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it tonight, y'all. I wanted to take it out with him. He's my favorite. He was drunk, y'all.
They give you a free oil change. He got some gin in that bottle, y'all. He's so funny. But he's telling the truth. Another on East West Connector. Over there
God, I gotta take that off. I hear my daughter in the background talking. But anyway, that was the old drunk that was there. And he was telling the police that they had arrested this guy. They arrested this black guy, said that he shot into the crowd, but he didn't. It was those white supremacists threw some firecrackers in the crowd, and the man was drunk. He was trying to tell the people on the video that, it was a setup. But anyway, Miss Carmel Bell, thank you for coming over. Yes. Linda Gamble. She's speaking to you, Karma Real. Good afternoon. Smooth Cat, Karma Smooth Cat. Grand Rising to you. Grand Rising, everybody. Yes, Grand Rising. So, what the man said, we got to save ourselves. And I don't have anything else for you guys today, but you guys, I brought attention to the Second Amendment right, because this is something that they ignore when it comes to Black people. We do not have the right to bear arms. Anytime, even if they suspect that it's a gun, we get killed. Yes, we get killed. So when they wrote that Second Amendment, they did not have Black people in mind, y'all. But now, since we are forming, we learning these gun laws, we get forming militias, we getting guns to protect our homes. Now it's a problem with the government. The government started labeling us as being Black extremists or hate groups. But anyway, I want to say, what time is it? 1:39, y'all. Y'all have a great day today. I'm finna end this. And I guess I'm gonna go find me something to eat in there, y'all. Great day, and hopefully we can get these people, the Scots, Destiny, all of them off that show and recast. I'm not saying get rid of the show. This is Melody Baby. We're saying recast the show. I don't want to see no more of them Scots and Wanda. Now, Wanda over there messing with Karma Real right now. She was messing with me a few months ago. Now she got her eye on Karma Real. So Karma Real, she got her eye on you now. So I know you'll be able to have the Wanda. Yeah, Wanda got her eye. She was all on. She called her name about 3 times in the interview. So Karma Real hit a nerve when she was talking about her Tisha. Yeah, she hit a nerve. She didn't. All she did was reporting what she heard. But Ron, for some reason, out of all the people that was saying something about Tisha, she chose to pick Karma Real. So I guess she feel like maybe Karma Real won't sleep back. But I think she got more than what she can chew with trying to mess with Karma Real. Anyway, y'all, good night. You guys have a great day. Oh, what's my address or email? Okay, when I close it, let me put it right here before I close. My address, you can't have my address, baby, but you can get my email, okay? All right, let me see. It's my name, y'all. I'm typing it in now. Helen Griffin 407 at yahoo.com. And all books, that's for the books order. It's $15. The $15 includes shipping and everything, y'all. I ain't gonna be like, what's his name? Yeah, the 50 is really $10. The book is $10, and the extra $5 is for the shipping fee, y'all. That's how I end up being that's how I end up being $15. And then I got PayPal. Y'all know I don't know how to use those. I don't know how to do them stickers. They say I qualify for the stickers. I don't know if I'm supposed to put the super chat stickers up there. What? I don't know how to do it. But they say I'm qualified for that. PayPal. I'm right. Y'all talk to each other while I'm writing, y'all. Y'all can talk to each other. I'm just writing in this information. I got my book orders will be the email, PayPal me, and then the Fun Blue 67 is me, y'all. Fun Blue 67. Yeah. Fun Blue 67. Now, good day, everybody. Y'all finish enjoying the day. Have a great day, y'all. Y'all notice I don't hardly come on at nighttime. I usually like about 7 or 8, I'll be sleeping. But I will come through sometime at night, but most of the time I'll be asleep by 8 o'clock, y'all. I get up at 4 or 5 every morning. Yeah, and y'all know my mama used to do that. I'd be like, how come them old folks get up so early? When I was young, I used to wonder, but now I'm that age, and my kids are asking me, why you get up so early? Anyway, y'all, everything is the email for the order the books are $15. That's included with the shipping, and then PayPal me, and then Fun Blue 67. And we're gone, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I guess I had that picture of that girl in them Texas, or that girl that said that Davida, something like that is her name, said that she was messing with Martell. And she must have been for real, because I got those emails between she and Coleslaw. Shoot, Coleslaw got mad. But one thing Coleslaw did say, well, you a pretty girl. She did say that at the end of it. I was surprised that she called a girl pretty. Good day, y'all. See y'all later. And remember, look up Otho Wallace. Please, y'all, look up that case for me. The guy, the one that's going to prison over that cop. Y'all look him up. And then y'all try to find out, how y'all could donate anything. If it ain't for $5, $10, $1, whatever you could help him with his defense case. Because this man, I can name so many things that this man have done in the black neighborhood to get justice for our people. And I'm talking about Otho Wallace. And I think Dante Spike, I gotta look that up. I think he out on bond right now. Initially they said no bond, but that was almost 2 years ago when they arrested him. So I think he's out on bond now. Anyway, bye y'all. See y'all later. Linda Gamble. Well, Linda Gamble, Carmel, all of y'all. Carmel Smooth Cat. Really, 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 really. Really, really. Bye, y'all.